Miss Desire Independence asked the following question: do you ever perform federal background checks? The short answer, no. I've never had to perform a federal background check, nor have I ever been requested to perform a federal background check. But that got me to thinking, what other background checks are out there? So I compiled a list. Some of these don't apply to private companies. You're not able to get them. Some of them do, and it's just up to you and the depth of information that you're looking for. These are all just glossed over definitions of the different types of background checks that I found. If there are others, please let me know in the comment section below. What Miss Desire Independence was talking about was a federal background check. And this is a review of criminal records at the federal level. Stuff like tax evasion, kidnapping, identity theft, bank robbery, those types of crimes. Federal background checks cover pending cases as well as federal convictions. You can access this information through a government portal, and it's called the Public Access to Courts Electronic Records, PACER. Again, this is a government-funded site. You pay a couple of bucks and you're able to access the information. If you need a federal background check right away, there might be some lag time between the time you set up your account versus you being able to get that information. So please keep that in mind. And then you have the multi-state background checks. And those are checks from each state that has an online database. That could get pretty pricey. Keep in mind that one level of thoroughness in one state could be different than another level of thoroughness in another state. In other words, you may not get all the information that you're looking for. Here's the background check that surprised me the most, and that is the national background check. The national background check, just the name itself is a misnomer. It doesn't represent what actually happens during the national background checks. The national background check checks 1,800 or so databases, which contain about 900 million records. When I hear national background check, I think that you're going to check everything throughout the country, every single database that has a criminal record. That's not true. National background check, only 1,800 or so databases, these 900 million records. That is all. And it's looking for convictions and pending cases. It'll tell you where the location is of the alleged criminal activity. Now, keep in mind with these national background checks, some of this information may not be as comprehensive as you want. You know, a felony in one state could be a misdemeanor in another state. And what about those courts, those little tiny courthouses that keep only paper records? Those don't get checked in the databases because they're paper. Let's talk about state criminal background checks. A state criminal background check involves checking those databases within that particular state. Now, in some cases, not all counties report into these databases unless required to do so by law. And each state's database operates differently. For example, all counties in the state of New York must report into the database, no matter how small. And in California, it is not legally required for courthouses to report into the databases. And just like those national background checks, the state criminal background check gives you an overview, but there could be some lag time between reporting. And again, keep in mind those little counties that may not report in to these databases because they still operate on paper documents only. Now, the county criminal background checks, the county makes up the majority of the criminal cases that are put into these databases. And this is where you will get the most accurate, up-to-date information. The county records are going to show you the felonies and the misdemeanors, regardless of disposition. It may even show you some of the local jurisdiction cases. With that being said, there are over 3,000 counties in the United States, and that could be a pretty expensive criminal background check. Finally, you have those pre-employment background checks. This is the most common background check, and it includes, but is not limited to, obtaining the following information: validating a social security number, a soft credit check, public records like bankruptcies, checking the sex offenders database, on and on and on. Again, this video is just a quick gloss over look at some of the different types of criminal background checks there are and what is available to employers. As of the making of this video, I have not found a truly holistic, thorough background check available to the public. If you have any additional information to add to this video, please do so in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you want to know more about business operations, business management, human resources, and other topics related to running a business, click on one of those play links. Click on one of these Click on the playlist.
One eternity later.
Click on one of these playlists. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe.